Guess what's back? Back again. Conqueror's back. Tell a friend. Well, I hope that gave you a laugh anyway. So the new Battle Pass season drops tomorrow, and I'd highly recommend running Conqueror as soon as possible to gain extra battle points. This may help you with capping your current Battle Pass or gaining new levels on your Battle Pass. There's also items like mystery legendary items and scrap materials up for grabs from completing Conqueror. Now, in true Rish spirit, I decided that I would actually try a new build for Conqueror, and of course I didn't test it until I entered the match, so let's go and see how we do. Conqueror has made a return to game, and we're going to be playing this today. This is going to be my first experience. I'm actually doing my voiceover while I'm screen recording, which is not what I normally do in PvP. So you're going to get my real first impressions of this match and hear my frustrations probably more than anything. I'm going to be using a slightly different build. So I've kind of made a version of the spam build that is very slightly different. So I'm using ice armor instead of arcane wind, and this is because we don't have the second offhand and main hand essences active in Conqueror. Same with Alley of Blood. So because we're down 2 essences, I needed to change out the arcane wind just so that I still had the other essences active that I actually need to make this build work. And we're going to test it. It might be awful. I imagine I'm going to die a shitload in this, but we'll have to wait and see. And if this build doesn't work, I'm going to revert to my normal build that I use in Conqueror. So we'll try this out and just hope for the best. I don't have high expectations for it. I'm actually quite anxious about playing this. So yeah, as always, if you see yourself in this battle, drop me a comment and say hi. There's no names here that I recognise from people that I've played with before or on my server. So this is definitely going to be interesting. Sometimes it's quite nice if you're against people that you do know because, or if you're with people that you do know, because you normally have an idea of playstyle, some amount. Whereas this is not the case today. So yeah, let's see how this battle goes and hope for the best. I don't want to disappoint my team. So yeah, let's take this first effigy. And let's stick with this player from NYX, Nix, whatever. I'm not sure how they like to say it. Obviously, some people say things differently. So someone else got my charged core there. Let's head forward with this and see what we can do. It's going to be interesting to see if it actually works at all. I'm low-key kind of anxious. Okay, we managed to kill someone. That's good. Let's bandage here. Everyone's coming and standing with me. It's okay, guys. Let's take this effigy back before they come along like that. Guys, I can't take the effigy and fight people. Someone needs to defend. If everyone else is trying to take it, oh my god. Okay, I managed to kill them again. Okay, so this is actually working quite well. Let's hope I can bandage here before that player notices me. And let's see if we can take this back now. Let's manage to kill that person. Let's take this effigy now before anyone else comes. This is going okay, guys. This is not as bad as I thought. This is actually working quite well, I think. I'm probably going to die here because everyone is appearing. Okay, no, this is working really nicely. So I'm using the new essence on the ice armor here, which I will talk through at the end of this video. Let's head. We kind of need to defend our towers, but I also feel like maybe we should push forward to the center and try and take this back because there seems to be a lot happening here. So what even happened there? What dragged me away from that barbarian? There was no fear active or anything. What the hell? Let's just bandage before. They're just running away. Okay. The center here is like all enemy players by the looks of it, but let's just try. I'm going to get killed. I'm going to die here. You can see this is going to happen. I held my own. To be fair, I think I held my own pretty good there. Top for kills. I'm the only one that's taken control of towers by the looks of it. Cooldown in this mode is far too long. It really bugs me how long it is. Our team, we're kind of neck and neck. I'm surprised there's not much difference in the score because we definitely have more towers than they do. Okay, one of our
teammates just took this center tower. We got 2 people here. I'm probably going to die again here. I can't against barbarians. Okay, we did actually manage to take that player down. Let's just bandage before we take down the next person. They've just taken my tower back. Bitch, no. That is not acceptable behavior. They're going to kill me now. I'm going to die. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Are we going to win? This is going to be... when I say win, I just want to take the effigy back. I'm not going to lie. And I need to bandage before I attack that player again. Barbarians at the moment, they're in a pretty good place. They don't seem to die at all. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that or if just I've noticed that. No one seems to be talking about it, but barbarians don't seem to die at all in PvP. And it's really annoying. Okay, my team's quite far ahead now, so we need to go to the center and take down this guardian as quickly as possible so that we get the bonus points. And then this match, which is my first match, will be a win. Obviously, the only thing with this is that the cooldown isn't so high on these skills. Let's kill this guardian. Come on, guys, we can do it. Yes. Okay, so this match is going to be over in a few seconds. Let's see if we can get any more kills in. Hopefully no more deaths. I'm actually quite happy with how this is performed. Obviously my skill cooldown is slightly slower because we've not got as many essences active, as I've already mentioned, which is a little bit frustrating. But yeah, this has been quite impressive overall. I'm quite happy with the performance of this build, especially as I just literally threw it together really quickly before the start, because I knew that this would be difficult without the essences needed for the normal spam build. Just like that, it was a victory. I'm really happy with that. Okay, let's take a look at the build. I'm not sure how many set items are actually active in Conqueror. I'm not sure if it's all 8 or 6, but we'll talk through all of it. I'll talk through my gem setup as well. So we did really well here. It doesn't mark who's MVP on the match, but it looks like I've got the highest score on my team here at 19.66. So we had 9 kills, 1 death, 4 assists, and we took 2 towers. And so we took back 2 towers and we claimed 1 tower. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm actually really happy with that result. As I said, this build I totally just threw together before the start of this match. So let's now take a look into it. Also, sorry that my voice is kind of croaky and husky, but I only woke up about an hour and a half ago and I came straight into game to film stuff because that's how dedicated I am to Diablo Immortal. So yeah, let me show you the build setup that I'm using. As I said, I'll talk through all of the set items. So we've got 4 pieces of Angmits. The duration of your additional ignite status is increased by 30%. There is a 15% chance of attaching an ignite status to an enemy when dealing damage with primary attacks or skills, dealing 28,179 damage over 3 seconds up to a maximum of 3. Then alongside this, I'm using 2 pieces of Grace. All continual damage, channel damage, and persistent ground damage is increased by 15%. And then alongside that, I'm using 2 pieces of Vitus. Increases the duration of all your beneficial effects on you or your party members by 30%. Now, obviously, for the legendary items, I'm just going to go through the 6 that I have active and the 6 gems that I have active, because obviously, although Conqueror is not resonance-based, it is still giving you the effects of the gems that you have active. So it's important to ensure you have the correct legendary gems in the correct slots, as well as the correct essences on the correct slots. So on the helm, we're using Terminus Facade. This one, slow time now causes you to enter a temporal flux, causing your non-channeled skills to reduce the cooldown of your other skills and increase your movement speed. Slow time's cooldown cannot be reduced by this effect. Slow time cooldown reduced by 7.2% and 10% from the awakened slot. Coat of the Astrum. This one, Lightning Nova now unleashes a wild arc that jumps rapidly between random targets, leaving behind sparks of electricity that continue to deal damage when it hits shocked enemies. Lightning Nova damage is increased by 18% and an additional 10% from the awakened slot. Sir's Fortuitous Ward. This one, where is it? Teleport now causes you to gain a shield that absorbs 38,122 damage and blocks 1 total loss control effect. Shield effect increased by 54%. Teleport cooldown decreased by 10%. Stalking Wind on the pants. Teleport now blinks you to a target location, unleashing a vortex that damages and knocks enemies into the air. Teleport damage is increased by 18% and increased 10% from the awakened slot. We have Radiant Splines on the main hand. With this one, when Lightning Nova deals a critical hit, it emits a charged bolt that deals 15,185 damage. Cannot occur more often than once every 1 second. Damage is increased by 90% and Lightning Nova damage is increased by 10%. And then lastly, I'm using Flame Superiority. Ice armor instead radiates with fire, burning nearby enemies and increasing your critical hit chance against burning enemies. Ice armor cooldown reduced by 7.2%, ice armor cooldown decreased by 10%. But because we're using the Terminus Facade, that does seem to actually speed up the ice armor as well, which I didn't think it would. But if I show you here, so we're just gonna, you can see it is actually speeding up the ice armor as well. So that is something to note with this build. That works really nicely. Now, a couple of other things. Obviously, Paragon, I'm using Gladiator Paragon. We've got Trapper, Cheat Death, Hold Formation, Grizzled Veteran, and to the Victor. And then Warband buff, I'm pretty sure I still have the Attacker buff active here. Yep, so we've got Attacker buff active here. Damage done is increased by 3.5%. Critical hit chance increased by 1%. We got that twice. Increase your damage dealt by 1% for 2 seconds every time you deal damage. This effect stacks up to 10 times and is removed when you take damage. Attacker increases critical hit chance by 3% while above 70% of your total life, and increases critical hit damage by 10% while your critical hit chance is greater than 70%. Obviously, critical hit chance, because we're getting that stacked from a few different places, because we're getting it stacked from legendary gems as well as what I have as my base critical hit chance rate, that you do get over that 70% when certain gems trigger and become active. So let's take a look at what rewards we've got from Conqueror from that one match. So we've got obviously the complete one match, 15,000 damage, 30,000 damage, win one match, and we've got 50,000 damage in matches, win a match within 6 minutes. And yeah, we've got a few more here to gain, so I'll probably do a couple more matches of this and hopefully get more victories. But that is it from me for this video. I hope you found this helpful. I know it's kind of a little bit rushed, I guess, and different to my normal videos that I do for Conqueror. I don't normally go through build, but as I said, this was quite a lucky find with this setup. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it performed. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.
Official Diablo Partner.